Hey guys, BlitzWizard94 here, and I want to make a quick video, hopefully 10 minutes, maybe less. Um, but let's just get straight to it. Also, quick warning, if you do have kids watching this video, just know I will be cursing at some points throughout the video, so caution, disclaimer warning. Best just watch other videos. I'm gonna be venting a lot, so yeah. So anyways, I just wanted to just simply look back on these past 3 or 4 weeks. So, World Open, Washington, D.C. I hated it. And I couldn't quite like it, which kind of left me on a very sour note because initially I was thinking to myself, oh, I'm gonna go World Open. This is my first World Open. Things are gonna go good. I'm gonna gain a lot of rating. I'm gonna feel happy. Well, for context, that is how I initially thought. I was settled on going on this huge adventure these next 2 years, trying to get to IM, trying to get my norms, trying to get my rating up. Yet, along the way, before I went to Washington, D.C., I found something. And this one thing just kind of opened my eyes in the way that I view life. And initially just gave me this one answer, which was okay, I can either choose the left side or the right side. Or if we're talking about the Matrix, I can either choose the fucking blue pill or the red pill. The blue pill, I go on this batshit journey and try to live out whatever fucking thing I have, this fantasy of trying to get to IM, even though I know it's financially really unrealistic. It's a lot of burnout, it's a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, lots of isolation, more isolation, I think, really now compared to. Actually, I think it'll be more isolation compared to now, because now I'm barely holding the nail before I reach into the fucking coffin and just simply lose myself. But that's option one, which is get the blue pill. And the red fucking pill, or the blue, or whatever the fuck it is, that pill is try to find and fight for my happiness with the one thing that's giving me happiness currently. I'm not gonna say what it is, but this one thing, I feel like it's the only thing that has, I want to say, lightened me in a way that I haven't felt in a long time. I haven't felt loved, and I haven't felt happy, like genuine joy, in so long. And I feel like this one thing, really, it kind of just showed me something that I was yearning for and that I'm desperately trying to latch onto before. Because if I lose this thing, I ain't ever coming back. And I feel like I will feel I will feel genuinely like in a more deep depression, a deep, severe depression. Kind of what my late mother went through at a point where she just didn't have a reason to live anymore, and she was just rotting away in her bed until she simply killed herself. Not by suicide, but she was literally killing herself every day. Was not eating any single day. She was all she was very, very fat, and she was skinning all the way down to nothing but just skin and bone. And it broke me. And I feel like if I lose this thing, I hope I don't get to that point, but I feel like I might, because I feel like I'm on the brink of cracking. I feel like I'm not feeling happy. I don't feel accomplished. I don't feel like I've done everything that I wanted. Like, yeah, I've done everything that I felt like I had to do, that I felt like I wanted to do, but it didn't bring me happiness. I promised my late mother that I would become an NM. Even though I promised it after she died, or I think I promised her I would get to an NM title, or I told her I wasn't good enough, and she told me I was good enough, so I felt like I had to become an NM, and I got to become an NM, but it didn't bring me happiness that I thought I would. It didn't give me that sense of fulfillment that I thought it would, and it left me feeling more empty in the end because it felt like my heart was just kind of hollow. It felt like all the life and energy I poured into it was just sucked out of me. I couldn't feel love. I couldn't feel joy. And when I finally found this one thing a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, or actually more like a couple months ago, I felt like I could sort of I wouldn't say absorb, but I could try to get that sense of warmth, that sense of fulfillment, that sense of love that I haven't been able to find at any point in my life. I feel like I've just been coping these last couple of years, trying to prove people wrong, trying to meet others' expectations of me, trying to become this amazing chess player or this crazy model or something, and just follow this fantasy, which really just leads to a row of bullshit. It doesn't leave me happy, and often leaves me more unfulfilled, sorry, to be frank, and more just isolated with a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. So let me tell you straight, there are so many tournaments where I simply just stayed up all the way in the morning in my hotel room. I could not sleep for shit. And really, I just been passive scrolling. Insta, YouTube, and just coping. I couldn't sleep. I don't know if I'm insomniac, but I feel like I can't sleep. And another thing is that when I was in World Open, I'm pretty sure I said this in another video, I was there during the Blitz. I could not look at people. I felt stressed. I felt isolated. I felt like I was going to cry. Because despite being in a room filled with people, I felt more alone. And I felt the most loneliest I've ever felt because I felt nothing but stressed. I felt scared. I felt just like an outcast, despite feeling like there's a community that gave me a sense of unity, and I felt vulnerable. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I felt the most isolated I ever felt within those 5 days. And the only thing that was giving me any sense of sanity was that one thing that was waiting for me back home. And I was fighting for it. I was desperately trying to cling on to it because I feel like if I lose that thing, again, I ain't ever coming back. I'm just gonna be in a deep depression. And I hope I don't delve into a deep depression, but I feel like it brings me happiness, it brings me a sense of joy. Which leads me again to the blue pill, red pill metaphor, either waste these 2 years, try to get to that goal of I am, and hope that leaves me a sense of fulfillment, which it probably won't. Because if I didn't feel happy after I became an, which was temporary happiness and not long happiness, I don't know how I would feel when I got to I am. Maybe I'll feel more like, okay, I've accomplished everything I did chess wise, but personally, as a person, I would still feel hollow. I would still feel very empty. So it's either I chase that random bullshit or I try to fight for the last bit of happiness that I think I can attain. I'm willing to give myself and give every sense of my being just to get that ounce of happiness that I've been yearning for. And I'm willing to fight for it, even if it kills me with just driving me insane. Because I can't stand it anymore. I genuinely, I can't. In Puerto Rico, these last 2 weeks, I was at a tournament. I remember I prepared really hard for 3 hours straight, and I went to the board for my game, and the round started. My opponent played something completely different. He played a different opening. I lost, not surprisingly, because I was not prepared at all, and I played a different stupid move order, which got me killed. Went back to the place we were staying, and I broke down. Nothing but tears. I felt completely just sad, and I felt nothing but stress. I felt the same severe anxiety that I felt back in World Open, because I felt like, what the hell is the point of this? I'm having an existential crisis over a fucking game, and I do not feel happy. I don't know, like anything about me. I hate this hair. I hate how I look. I hate my weight. I hate everything about me, and I just can't. I can't. Like it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't feel fulfillment. I don't feel happy from it. And to be honest, the only thing that made the whole tournament bearable was the fact that I felt, I want to say, a sense of belonging, because I was able to hang out with two individuals that made my trip, I want to say, the most less lonely experience that I've ever been to. And we were relaxing, watching TV, analyzing together, going to movies, whatever. But we were having fun. We were eating restaurants. I remember I was trying Chinese food. That made me happy. At some point, I remember we were in the house, we were cooking spaghetti, and I was feeling so happy. Stupid stuff like that was so simple that any person, averagely, would just view as complete bullshit that doesn't really matter. It made the world to me. It's like I completely forgot that was an actual fucking chess tournament. I just wanted to forget about the world and just be in that room with those three people because they made me the most happy. Or those two people, to be frankly, they just made me the most happy. I felt like I belonged. I felt loved. And I feel as soon as I left and went back home, I missed that. I genuinely I do miss that. But thanks to those two, I felt like I got a little bit of confidence. I felt less stressed, and in the second half of the tournament, despite some disappointing results, I was able to claw my way back up, and I was able to secure this medal right here that you guys are able to see. That is Celso Barbosa. He is one of the revolutionaries in Puerto Rico who protested trying to fight for liberty. And then in the back you can see that it says third place in Spanish. That was the Celso Barbosa Memorial. And I did improve my performance compared to last year because last year I did finish with 5.5 out of 9, and this year I did finish with 6 out of 9. But it felt disappointing because it was against a weaker field, or I don't want to say weaker field, but generally it was against a lower ranked field because last year there was a grandmaster that was Neres Delgado and there's international master Sergio Duran, and then this year it was just the highest rate was like 2020, and the rest was just average like 2100. I should have done better. I could have done better. I know that I'm not playing at my best. I know I'm not doing the best that I should be doing. And I'm so fucking hard on myself because I know I could be doing better. And I know that this is not my worth. This is definitely not my worth. But I can't do it. I can't handle it. Nothing but stress, nothing but just anxiety in my mind, and I just feel so many different thoughts which are just fighting to vent out, and I'm holding sometimes the urge just to like cry during games because I just can't take it anymore. And I don't know. I don't know. Looking back to that original plan, which was just a bunch of bullshit, I am at a point where I want to quit chess. I'm gonna keep playing just for fun. If anything happens, it happens. But I'm not gonna stress myself with the thought that I'm going to get to IM or I'm going to get these norms. Just blink free, because I'm willing to fight for that second road. Gotta try. I was in the middle. I was like, okay, I'm gonna still fight for this dream, but I'm still gonna try to fight for that happiness. And I'm gonna try to maintain both, which is just, it can't be done. Doing things when you're alone is insufferable. You're just gonna kill yourself and drive yourself more insane, like I'm doing, and I don't love myself. I don't feel loved. I don't love anything about me. I hate how I look. I hate everything. I hate my weight. I hate everything. And I just can't find any sense of closure, any sense of belonging. So for me personally, I realized that I cannot do this alone, and I can't try and maintain everything. It's either I choose one thing or the other. I can't choose both. And frankly, after all these last few years of just feeling nothing but isolation and so much stress and constant bullying and constant whatever, I have enough. I'm gonna crack eventually, and I don't know when. I feel like at one point I am gonna make a video and I'm just gonna be breaking down in tears because it's hit me. I don't know when, but it's gonna hit me. And I rather that I fight for this thing that I feel like will give me any shred of happiness that I've yearned for in most of my life. And I know I probably can't have it, but I want to try. And I'm willing to give everything that I have in my own being just to get that shred of happiness, even if it drives me more insane than I already am. So yeah. It just pains me. It really does. It really pains me. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to fall back on my plan of I'm actually I'm just gonna call it. I'm gonna get to Canada Master if I reach it. And once I reach it, I'm gonna claim that title, and I'm done. I'm retired from chess. I'm retired. Or I might give myself a deadline, 2 years, see how I do. But that's it. I'm done. I can't handle chess anymore. I've always been a blitz player. I've always been someone who kind of was just using it just to cope with the fact that I didn't love my life. I thought this was the only thing that distracted me from the outside world and made me feel like I can just keep going at it and at it and at it. But at a certain point, it's like a dream. You have to wake up. You have to really just realize that you can't just keep lying to yourself and try and think that things are going to be okay when they really aren't. You're fucked up. I'm fucked up. And I don't love myself. I don't love everything in these last few years. I felt nothing but loneliness and severe anxiety that it come to a point where I have to make the call. And honestly, I'm fine with giving up chess if it means that I could achieve this happiness that I genuinely yearn for. And I guess it just goes to show you, like, I mean, at the end of the day, it really is just a fucking game. Of course, that's gonna get some people mad, but to me, I wanna feel happy than just going insane over this game just to prove some fucking assholes wrong, or just to prove people that I could eventually get to that one expectation, or at least make false promises that I hope to good people that I know, but I know that I genuinely can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm not good enough. And I'm sorry if you thought that I could eventually get there. I really am. But I'm not what you think of me as. I'm sorry. I really do apologize to you if you wish that I was this amazing prodigy or whatever. I don't view myself like that. I never viewed myself as strong. I viewed myself as someone who's barely scraping by. And as of right now, I'm willing to just give it all up just to be happy. I'm sorry. So, yeah, that pretty much cracks it up. Want to get out there. I love you guys. I love you guys for your support. I've read some of your comments. I appreciate some of your support. I've seen everything that you guys have been saying. I love you guys. I know I don't get much views. I don't know. I know many people don't really look at my videos because they're probably boring. I'm probably just a fucking nobody, and I don't blame you for thinking that way. I am a fucking nobody, and most of my videos are just fucking bullshit. But I appreciate you, and I really love you for giving me a sense of attention in your fucking day. Because at least you had the time, at least for a couple of seconds, just to acknowledge this nobody, and I'm happy that you did. It makes me feel like I exist. And it makes me feel, I guess, a sense of love that I can't feel for myself. So, yeah. I'm going to keep trying to get to see him. But that goal of I am, it's not in my head. It's gone. With that being said, I do have at least 3 things I want to do on my bucket list for this year. I wanted to go to Iceland. Man, fuck that. I wanted to go Charlotte. I might actually go Charlotte to play US Masters, but no intention of getting Norm. If I get a Norm, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I just want to be happy, but I wanted to at least reach Charlotte because, it's a Charlotte Chess Club. And I'm a bit sad that I wasn't able to get merch for Diana Nowitzki because I'm broke. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. I don't want to waste money, and I'm sorry, Danya. Rest in peace to him. Really sad that I still couldn't get that picture of him when I saw him in nationals. But yeah, I wanted to go Charlotte just because amazing club. I always viewed it as the home of Danya and Bortnik. So I don't know. I just want to play US Masters and just for the sake of going, kind of like how I did in World Open. And besides that, really don't have much else going. And I'm gonna be playing a bunch of more Florida events locally, I want to say. So maybe I end up playing a lot more. Who knows? It is really at this point whatever. I'm not gonna force myself to do things just for try and prove a lot of people wrong. Even though it's still in my head, like it's still in my head right now as I'm saying that. I'm just gonna give it my best shot. Whatever happens at the end of the year, whatever happens at the end of the year happens. I can't control it. And while people say they don't believe in destiny, at least to me, I feel like this is not my destiny. I feel like this is not the road that was meant for me. I feel like I did everything that I could possibly do realistically with no talent whatsoever. I worked hard and I feel like I did everything that was possibly human for me to do. But it was not enough. It's like they say, even on your best day, even with the most effort that you give, sometimes your best just isn't good enough. And frankly, I feel like I described that really well. I feel like my best just wasn't good enough. So it goes with a heavy heart, but I guess you can consider this like a form of early resignation, a form of early retirement, because I'm genuinely going to give up by next year, and that's it. This is just my last year. Gonna give it my shot. Gonna play a couple events. Um, yeah, U.S. Masters, maybe North American Open, maybe National Open next June. But besides that, this is Blitz Wizard 94, Brian Amaya, signing off. And I want you to know that I love you guys. And I thank you all much for all your support, for all your comments, for those who genuinely care about my channel and just see me happy. I thank you for sticking by and being for me on this journey, but there will reach a point where it will be the end. And I'm not saying the end of the channel, but I'm gonna stop playing over the board. Maybe I'll just play like locally, just random blitz events, but till then, I'm gonna fight for the last bit of happiness that I have. And I genuinely, again, I don't know. I'm just happy that you fought and that you've been sticking here with me since the start, watching my videos, and I love you guys. Couldn't be here without you. Ciao.